feel like crap?
Oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just a little fatigued.
I know.
Hi,
I think that
Caroline.
me sometimes too. If I wake up and I don't feel good, then I'll put on like my hot pink shirt and be like, I gotta look bright and cheery, and maybe I'll feel bright and cheery.
Isn't that funny? When I was a little girl and I didn't feel like going to school, my mother'd say, well, go in and put on your best clothes. It'll make you feel
Yeah,
better.
put on your Sunday best and get out there.
Yeah, you could
Put
wear
my
good stuff. Those black patent leather shoes,
yeah, exactly.
I was a shoe
Okay.
freak. Where's Lori?
She is at a doctor's appointment today.
Okay. Oh,
So,
what a difference between yesterday and today, huh?
with the wind?
Oh, the wind and the weather. It was
Yeah.
gorgeous yesterday. Today
Well,
it's
it's so nice
blowing.
here. It's not as warm, but it's still nice.
Is it
All
blowing
right.
really hard?
It's blowing here again today, but not too bad.
Oh,
Not like
okay.
yesterday. And my allergies are the shit, so
Ah, yeah, I'm not surprised. Even I have a little itchy eye going, and I take every drug. I take my little snorters every day.
yeah. All right, let's start with our hamstring stretch.
How are you, Caroline?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Well, maybe we'll do one of those slow burn days instead of a harder class today. Kim, are you doing okay breathing wise?
Yeah, I finished my radiation yesterday. I
Yeah,
got a
so it's
certificate
building.
today. I got graduated from it.
Oh,
And I'm
Okay, do we
good.
feeling
get to
good.
ding the bell?
I'm feeling, oh God. They said, do you want to ring the bell? And I said, oh, hell no.
Oh my God, my dad did it. My mom videotaped it. It was so funny.
I, is it like a school bell? Ding a ding a ding.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't ring it either. I can't stand loud noise. I'd stop my feet, maybe. Oh, funny. Well, congratulations for you, Kim.
Well, I felt a little guilty. There's so many really bad people and they're sick, and I'm
Right.
got this little thing, and I went, no, thank you very much. I'm out of here.
Yeah. That's bad juju. All right, let's go across the body.
Reno starts his first cardio rehab today.
Oh, good. He did
At
get
the
in
heart.
finally.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Monday he has another procedure, so I don't know if this is counterproductive or what.
Mm.
But his body is absolutely disintegrated. He's got to start doing something.
I know it's crazy with those. If you're used to being physical, a couple weeks of rest really gets you.
Try 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for him that he's going at 88. I'm proud of him.
Yeah. I had a 92-year-old came in last Friday and she was fantastic.
Oh,
Wow.
good.
Did a full squat, no loss of balance. I was like, dang, I'm impressed.
Wow.
That
Yeah,
wouldn't be
let's
my
go away from the body.
No, he
Danielle, looks like you had a nice weekend.
Yeah, the weather was absolute garbage. It was like 53 was the high and it was like 100-mile-an-hour winds, but
Oh,
Where was that?
Pacifica was awful weather, but
Oh,
it looked pretty from afar and in the pictures, I suppose. But it was fun.
you you
Um,
you do a lot. You know, you work so many hours and do so many things, but you still do a lot with your friends. It's nice.
I try. And I tried to meet up with my friend who lives in Pacifica, but she was hungover and didn't want to get out of bed. So
uh,
it's so funny. She goes out every once in a while with her mom friends and they never get out. So then they always go out
over
too hard.
overindulge.
Yes. And so I was like, you're not gonna meet me for breakfast? She's like, no, I'm staying in bed. I was like, okay. I see her the most probably out of all my college friends, so that's okay. All right, let's do figure four. But yeah, it was nice. I got to meet all Camille's classmates that I'd hear her talk about all the time. So
Oh,
that was
good.
fun. Or the one she liked at least. And then they shit talked about the one she shit talked about. So it was kind of funny. So But then two of the girls told me I was almost the same age as their moms, so that made me feel old. That was fun.
You're amazing. Don't let anybody get you down.
So that was funny. But ready, Teddy? Mm-hmm. Special trees. Thank you for having me. You're welcome. Back alive. Is needed. Okay, so go across or switch sides. Sorry.
Which side?
I'm like, where are we at? I lost track. Say it. Do we actually just develop it? I can't remember. Yeah. You might need to scooch towards the foot of the bed depending on I yeah, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get your crap near and everything. Yeah. That's in there. But it just depends on where you put your head down. Right. Spot. Yeah, I think a couple of the kiddos that were there find out today if they passed their board exam or not. They took it and then came on this trip to not think about it.
Yeah, I bet.
So, but she was happy. She's like, I already passed. I'm so glad I'm not thinking about that anymore. All right, let's go across the body.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So now she is a doctor of physical therapy, a licensed physical therapist.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Got it both done. Because that's the thing, like just because you got your doctorate doesn't mean you can practice. You have to pass the board exam.
Sure.
And supposedly you can still teach, but I don't know what school would hire you if you couldn't pass the board exam to teach their students. So I think it would be hard to find a job, even if it was in education.
It seems like a horrible process to go through, but what person would want to go to somebody who hadn't passed their
Well, you can't practice. It's impossible. I mean, you could be a personal trainer, I guess, but yeah, you can't act as a physical therapist without a license. All right, let's go away from the body. Yeah, and the new test is so different than when I took it. They keep evolving it. And, mine was all just questions, answers. And now some of it, and then we took it on like the blue and white DOS screen, like it was so old school. But the new one now has like videos of somebody walking, and it's like, what do you think's wrong with them? So, in a way, a lot better because I think a lot of my classmates were smart on paper, but were not great physical therapists. So I think it tests to be a more practical physical therapist, which is good.
Isn't it wonderful that everything's evolving so that each science gets a little better and a little better?
Well, it's just like, yeah, can you see something on a human? Because that's what you have to do for a living.
Yes.
All right, figure 4. I know I tend to notice stuff on a lot of my patients where I'm like, have you ever seen somebody for this? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's not normal for like your ankles to be this swollen on both sides. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, do you have a cardiologist? You should probably go to one. And they're like, no one's ever said anything before. I'm like, why am I the one noticing that? It seems very odd.
Well, it's
out of all the healthcare professionals you've been to. But I guess I do get to spend a lot of time with people.
Yes, you do.
And then the one time, like, Alan had his little stroke thing here. I'm like, you are not acting normal.
He had a stroke in there?
they said nothing happened, but something happened. Kim
Oh
was
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah.
Something happened. He had like either a TIA or a mini stroke that didn't show up on any sort of imaging, but I mean, it took me and Kim and a walker to walk him from in here and put him in Lori's car.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He
All
had
right,
something.
let's go on to your side and we'll do your quad stretch. So, and then we called his wife as his
Oh yeah.
emergency
Oh yeah.
contact,
Oh
and she
well.
was like,
Yeah,
"He's
Lori
doing
can take him to the
better, so
hospital.
just let me know if anything
Yeah.
changes." And then I asked him when he came back, I said, "Do you want to change your emergency contact? Because you didn't really seem to care that you were dying while you were here." I was like, "You must be worth more dead than alive. Should we change it?"
You mean his wife didn't come running?
No.
No, Lori delivered him home, and then she was like, "Why would you bring him
Lori
home
took
like
him to the
this?" Like,
hospital.
well, so then
Come
the
on.
wife and the caregiver and Lori put him back in the car and drove him to the hospital because he didn't want to go in an ambulance because he was so cheap.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Lori took him home, and the wife was like, "Why would you bring him home like this?" I'm like, "We called you to tell you he was not okay, and you didn't seem to care." And then she was so mad at Lori because how was she supposed to drive two cars home? So then Lori drove her over to the clinic to drive the car home and then drove her back to the hospital while Alan was like being tested so that they weren't stuck with two cars all the way over here.
Talk about ungrateful.
Yeah, it was a really bad situation. All right, let's do a couple open books if you can. If there's only one side you can do the one side. But yeah, it was a funky situation that I didn't like being part of.
I'm sure.
Neither did Lori or Kim when we were all stuck in the middle of it.
Scary.
I would have just called 911.
Well, I wanted to, but he told me not to.
Yeah, well, it's your clinic.
Well, he's still alive.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I guess I really guess ambulances are incredibly expensive now.
I get it, but you have health insurance for a reason.
I does Medicare, United Healthcare cover that stuff? I hope I never have to find
They
out.
take you to the emergency room and it was warranted, but I think some people,
Oh, I see. Okay.
you know, it's like, oh, you ended up just having gas pains and you thought you're having a heart attack. Maybe not. I don't know, but who knows?
I can remember my dad having a gallbladder attack. He was in his 40s and he was
Yeah.
in the living room. He was down on his knees in extreme pain. And he goes, "You got to drive me to the hospital."
Yeah,
And
yeah, side stretching. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
and
stretching
my mom
halfway through.
we had to put him in the car and drive him to the hospital because we wanted to call an ambulance and he refused.
Yeah.
So,
And like those can be life or death situations, right? Just depending on how infected and how long someone sat in the
yeah,
5 out of 10 pain before they were in the 9 out of 10 pain.
yeah.
You know?
He almost died. He was in the
Yeah.
hospital for 6
That's
weeks.
how my mom was too.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Poor
All
guy.
right. Let's do a couple open books on that side if you can. If it hurts, don't do it. And then we'll come up to half kneeling when you're done with your open books to do your hip flex or stretch. If you need extra cushion under your knee, grab that. Core tight, butt tight. Drive that hip forward so you feel a nice stretch. Fan's annoying. It's an aggressive fan on a car.
Hmm?
There's a fan parked right outside or car parked outside our door, and it's like their fan is very loud,
Huh.
like the radiator fan.
Oh.
Yeah, switch sides. But see, because of the good Zoom updates, you can't hear it, but it's very annoying.
There's one big SUV on the market that when the engine starts up, it sounds like they're grinding up metal.
It
I
might be because it's a hybrid and it does that so that it makes noise on purpose.
oh
Because
oh
my car makes a weird noise too if it's started but electric and not gas, because stupid people walk in front of them when they don't make any noise.
oh.
But try to combine the leg dress. Yeah. If you're in our neck of the woods, like you're in Trader Joe's or
Great, and thanks, guys. If you're calling me, I'm really.
Hillary deserves a big thank you on the calls. It's usually not me, except last week it would have been me.
I was doing there 3 days.
You're welcome. Thank you for doing the work when you're not here.
Okay.
Okay. Good? All
Good.
right. So let's do band on. I want to do band on for a double leg bridge today and band on for clams today.
Always, because I'm close by, and just in case. Sure. Thank you. I'll throw it out.
Okay, bye.
I think this is just what I needed.
Good. It's perking you up.
That's what the information they give you. It says like if you feel fatigued, to exercise for half an hour.
Your person. Car's overheating.
Well, that takes a lot of willpower. God, I feel like shit. Okay, I'll go exercise.
I think they're right though.
Are
It
they?
does work, and or go for like a little walk. And if you don't like being outside, just go walk around Target with a shopping cart. It makes you feel better. Just get out of your rut.
Aha.
So I go in my garden when I feel poopy. Gets me really excited. All right. So feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. We're gonna bridge up, and you're gonna open your knees 5 times and then come down.
Okay.
So, oh, did you explode? Caroline exploded.
I did.
That's really hard.
You can keep going, ladies. It's all right. So you're gonna bridge up, open 5 times, nice and slow, and then down. We're gonna go for 2 minutes today because we're doing double leg. We don't have to do 90 seconds on each side. Uh-oh, hard band, here we come. Nothing like breaking it back in.
I've been cheating with the easy one.
Well, maybe you needed a little pick me up like Kim. Forced you to move on to the harder one.
Yeah.
I know somebody broke the easy stretched out one here, so there's gonna be a new one in rotation, and everybody gets cranky and fights over the other old one.
I
Yeah,
might
I
get
broke the blue
cranky.
one. But hopefully it's just your butt that gets cranky and not your back.
Yeah.
What do you have today, Hillary?
Salmon, and potatoes, and asparagus. Fresh.
Nice. Okay. Take a little rest. If you want to hug your knees into your chest, do so. And then we're going to pick a side for clamshells.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to try to do the 5 seconds up, hold it 5 seconds, 5 seconds down. So you won't get as many reps, but we're going for quality. Ready? Go. Fight that max tension at the top as you come down. Try to make your 5 second descent equal throughout the whole movement, not fast at the top and slow the last 2 inches.
So 5 up.
5 up, hold 5, 5 down.
Get something in my throat.
Probably pollen.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so bad. Ugh, this wind stirring it all up. How are the booties feeling?
Burn.
Starting to burn?
Yep.
Caroline, you wishing your easier band didn't pop just as
Yes.
money. Okay. If you want to do a little child's pose as you roll over, that's where you sit back on your heels if you want to do a little bit of that as you rotate over, or just take your time and roll over, whatever you want to do.
Just I'm gonna drink of water. Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Rub it out.
Oh yeah. That one got hurt.
Good.
That was yelling at me. Oh.
Okay. Same quality. The bottom butt cheek might burn a little bit with sympathy pains as you get going, but try to work through that. Focus on the top butt cheek. Ready? Go.
Position right. Lord.
Second side burning more.
Yeah. Yes.
I can see the heights are getting a little smaller.
My David really tight, I want to say.
Oh God.
And rest.
Ah,
Okay, take the band off. And then again, so you can see your screen pretty well, because I want to try this today. I don't think we've done this since we've been on the floor. So since you guys are on the floor, what I want to try to do is a side plank from my knee to my shoulder, or try to hold it as long as you can. If that's easy, Gail, you might be able to do it from your feet.
okay. So, all right. So,
So I'm going to try to see if I can angle it towards you guys too. So you're going to be in a straight line from my knee to my hip to my shoulder.
okay.
And my hip and torso is going to come off the ground. I'm going to try to go for 30 seconds. You may come down and go back up as needed. Okay. But since Lori's not here, you guys all need shoulder core stability. And that's the only thing is I think it would hurt her shoulder. So we're going to utilize this today. So
Okay.
bend your knees about 90 degrees, stacked on top of each other. You're going to put pressure down through your bottom knee and your elbow and try to lift your hip off the ground and hold it as long as you can. We're going to shoot for 30. If you can take your top hand off the ground, even better.
You got to be kidding.
You can go from your knees too, Gail. I didn't know what your core strength was like. Sometimes things look easy.
So, and the other one is, what are you
From your
doing?
knees. Yeah, and just lift up. Same thing.
Oh, well, how do you do
it
that?
again?
Oh,
Okay, and rest.
I didn't.
So, Gail, just keep your knees bent.
Yeah.
Now lift up the same way you did, but not from your feet. Like that.
Oh.
But now take your top hand up so you're not using it. There you go. So if you need to do that, do that. But if not, go from your feet
I
as
think
long
I'll
as
do
you
this
can.
one first. I can do the other one, but I was really straining.
Well, that's or go from your feet as long as you can, and then go to your knees if you need to. Okay, so let's flip sides.
Flip sides.
Yep, or try 30 seconds on the other side, and then we'll decide if we do a second round, but it might just be one round today.
I finally got it now. What you're doing, torture.
Get what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
All right, so get those knees bent, pull them back right in line with your torso.
I'm gonna try the plank thing first.
Yeah, do the hardest level you can for as long as you can. Take breaks and then go back into it. All right, ready? Go. So you just feel your shoulder working, the side of your abs working, the side of your hip working, the side of your thigh working. And you might notice it's way easier on one side than the other. And down. Okay, so that was 30 seconds on each side. Does that seem like enough torture today?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so goal would be to work on the longer you can hold it if you do these on your own. Try not to use the second hand for support, right? Have it up in the air on your hips. You're not using it. It'll get better as you do it. But we haven't done these in a long time. Since like in person, I think.
Wow.
I threw that in. I don't think Lori's shoulder would tolerate it, so that's why I threw it in today. She won't feel left out. Okay, so now I want to do standing arm bands. We're gonna do bent elbow.
Okay.
Rows.
Like that.
Yes, we're gonna do the heel toe balance today though. So we'll do a minute with your feet in one pattern and a minute with your feet in the other pattern. The band will be hooked in front of you. You're gonna face wherever you have it attached. And you're gonna pull both hands in to either side of your rib cage, pinch your blades together, and tits out. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, Kim's almost ready here. Okay, one foot in front of the other. Just know which one you're starting with, so you do the other one the second bout through. All right, so pulling back, squeeze the blades, hold it, and then out slow. And do that for a minute, and then we'll switch sides. So pinch, don't shrug, Gail. Can't see everybody's shoulders, but that's a reminder to everyone not to shrug.
I was shrugger from way back.
Pinch, but don't shrug. Right, rest a second, shake it out, and then we'll switch your foot pattern and we'll do another minute when you're ready. Okay, try to keep equal weight in both legs, upright posture, no shrugging, ready, go. All right, good. So now let's go ahead and go into our calf stretch.
I'm going to show you something, Danielle. I got
Okay.
this plant yesterday. It's pretty. I've never seen anything like it. It's in the garage too.
Oh,
While they're doing their Can you see it?
oh, cool.
It's purple.
Yeah. Is that for inside or outside?
Outside. It's the
Oh,
clematis.
nice.
I go,
That is a pretty one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice getting the pops of color in your yard at this time of year.
Yeah.
The type of dahlia?
Clematis. Clematis.
Mm,
Yeah.
Clematis.
that one.
Vine. It's a vine.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's a really pretty vine though, huh?
Yeah. I hadn't
Okay,
seen
let's
it
go ahead and
before.
switch sides. Are you gonna put it trellised on something?
I don't know. I might just let it grow for a while. I'm getting ready to, go to London, and I'm a little short of time for doing.
Mm-hmm. Did your gardener put them in for you though?
He would. Yeah, I have to ask him.
Yeah, dig the holes for you.
I don't really have any place to dig holes.
You
I
don't
don't
have
have-
any? You're all deck?
And brick.
Oh. So you have to keep it in a pot?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's why I get new plants a lot.
On it. They are hard to keep alive in pots, over water, underwater.
Yeah,
No.
I guess you could dig up some brick.
It might get too hot with bricks around it. All right, let's switch and go bent leg stretch.
Well, this was really good today. It was fun to do some different things.
Something.
Yeah, it
Things
was.
to
I
do.
liked it.
Okay. I try to kind of switch it up, but without
You do. You do a great job.
adding too many new things that we don't know what broke you. So if you broke today, it was probably the side plank. That was the one new one. But report back.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, last one, switch band.
Yeah, this was a good class and you moved us along quite nicely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Since we-
Danielle.
You're
Yes.
very welcome.
See you
I
next
can
week.
actually finish you today and tell you when all 60 seconds is up and then run out of time.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Well, don't ever worry. When I don't cheat, I look at the clock.
That's good. Well, I
just-
think you guys
on
all
the
know it
bed
makes you
leg.
feel better, so you do it.
Yeah.
And you're already in your workout stuff and everything's already there, so you might as well.
In my little hidey hole with a great view. Although the neighbor's maple tree is kind of blocking it now. But in Mill Valley, that's your view. You can't
Yeah.
you can't get your neighbors to cut their trees.
Hard. So,
Yeah.
you try it on till.
All right. That is a wrap, ladies.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
very
all
much.
next week.
See ya.
Hopefully the
you.
side plank worked okay. We'll throw it in every once in a while.
Okay.
Hey,
All right. Bye. Have a
bye.
good
Bye.
week.
See ya.